The 8th and ninth day, Rachel and I worked with Barb Lewis from CDMC, and Barb processes requests for information from attorneys, police department, disability, and insurance companies. And what she does is she goes through and she highlights to make sure that that it's HIPAA compliant and that certain things are stated in the request. And one of the forms is the authorization to disclose health information, which we're going to be passing out in the classroom. And on that form, it has to state who it's disclosed to, the reason for the release of information, the right to cancel in writing. It has to have an expiration date on it within 1 year. And it also has to have the redisclosure policy on there. And it has to also be signed and dated to be HIPAA compliant. After all that is validated on the request, Barb inputs it into the computer and she tries to get the information that's requested through HPF. And if she's not unable to find that in HPF, what she'll end up doing is she'll put it aside and she'll pull it back in the file management in CDMC to pull the information and to copy it and then to send it to who's requesting the information. And it's a very long process. It actually took 2 days for us. We started when Rachel and I went there. It took a 2-day process to complete what we opened up in the mail, and then inputting it and trying to find the right information, and then going and pulling the charts. And I can see from doing that how having the EHRs is going to make it a lot easier, because it's very time consuming trying to pull all the information from file management. And also, one of the things that we noticed in there was how there was different letters. It all was still HIPAA compliant, but it took a lot of time to try to find all the right information for it to be HIPAA compliant. And I asked the question, I said, well, why don't they have a standard mandatory form that HIPAA makes, that everybody has to use no matter what? And they said, I don't know, it would be a lot easier, because it is time consuming trying to find all the information, highlight it, and make sure that it's HIPAA compliant. But the overall experience was nice. I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about HIPAA. I mean, I already knew a lot about it, but it was nice to be able to put it to work. So my overall experience was good with CDMC, and I learned a lot about HIPAA. So thanks.